Hello darlings, today I'll be doing an in-depth, honest review of a new brand sold at Ulta called Woosh Beauty. I'll be starting out with the fold-out face palette, which is just 5 steps and is supposed to take less than 5 minutes. Their website states that the fold-out face palette and corresponding makeup brushes take the guesswork out of getting ready. So I'm going to be following all of the steps as the instructions tell me to do, and I'm first using the eye brush to sweep the base color all over my eye. And then I'm applying the define shade into my crease using the coinciding number 1 brush from my secret brush set. The first thing I'm noticing when applying this shade is that it doesn't blend out well, and I'm not sure if this is due to the shadow itself or the brush or both of them combined, but I'm having to really work at it to get this decently blended out on my eye. Now I'm applying the shadow shine to the inner 3/4 of my eye, and I'm applying this with the number 2 brush, which is supposed to be used with the perfectors. But instead, I'll be using the perfector brush from the essential brush set for my perfectors later on. Before I apply the black shadow from the fold out face palette, I'm going to first apply some gel and liquid eyeliner using the eyeliner wheel. So I decided to try gel on the wheel for one eye and then liquid on the other and see which one works best. This is a very large applicator, especially compared to the MAC eyeliner wheel, and is definitely too large for my eyes, so it's going to get messy. When rolling it, I noticed that I had to continuously add product to the wheel because it would dry out, and I also had to roll it back and forth. I couldn't really go in a smooth rolling motion as I expected to. This is definitely a terrible job that I have done, but it was my first time using the eyeliner wheel, and I am now going to fix this using the black shadow from the fold out face palette, which I'm placing in the outer V and blending it with the eyeliner so that you won't see any sharp, terrible lines I've created using the wheel. And to do this, I'm just using the angled brush, which is on the other side of the eyeliner wheel. Now moving on to step 2 of the fold out face palette instructions, I'm applying the lightest perfector to my under eyes using the perfector brush. I'm using the other side of that brush to apply the darker shade of the perfector, which I'm using to cream contour because it's too dark as a concealer on me. Now I'm just using the blush and blend brush to blend all of this out, and I did have a very hard time blending this, especially the darker cream which I used as contour. This could be due to the brush or the cream or even just my skin type because it's dry. So moving on, I've attached the secret brush set together, and I'm using the number 3 side to apply the light shade of the number 3 step of contouring. And then I'm using the contour brush from the essential brush set to apply the dark shade on the number 3 contour step. Surprisingly, the small end of the eyes brush worked pretty well to contour my nose, even though it's supposed to be used to line the eyes or fill in the brows. and the larger end of the brush, which I used to apply the base to my eyes, worked well for applying the light powder to the bridge of my nose. I also found that these powders were quite smooth and blended out much better than the rest of the products I used previously. Again, using the smaller end of the eyes brush, I'm applying the defined shade to my lower lash line. I found this brush to be basically the perfect size and shape to place shadow on the lower lash line. Now I'm applying the black shadow on my lower lash line using the angled brush from the eyeliner wheel. Now for step 4 of the Fold Out Face palette, I'm applying both blushes using the blush brush from the Essential Brush set, and I'm applying the highlighter with the number 4 brush from the Secret Brush set. Moving on to step 5, I'm using the darker blender to deepen up the hollows of my cheeks using the more precise end of the contour brush. And then I'm placing the lighter blender around the contour area. And finally, I'm just using my finger to apply some of the highlight to my inner corner and brow bone. Now, how much are these products, you ask? Well, the Fold Out Face palette is $45, the Fold Out Face palette with the Secret Brush set is $59, and the Fold Out Face palette with the Essential Brush set is $99. The Essential Brush set on its own is $79, and the eyeliner wheel is $29. All in all, I do not think these products are worth that amount of money. Even though you are technically getting 13 products in just the Fold Out Face palette alone, they are not high enough quality to be worth that much in my opinion. If you've been curious about any of these products from Woosh Beauty, I hope you found this video helpful, and I've made sure to include the links to these products in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.